Welcome everybody, this is Jupiter of Salaic, here with a live stream of Age of Empires IV. Now, this is a game that I've played a lot, from a franchise that I've played a lot, and honestly, one of my favorite games right now. Now today, I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm just gonna be facing the AI. Nothing too crazy, nothing too out there. Just a few basic matches against the AI. Just so that I can see, well, honestly, that's probably just going to be a warm-up. I might actually do some online matches, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not really going to say for sure yet, just because I'm not too used to streaming just yet. That is live streaming, but anyway, without further ado, I'm going to jump into a solo battle against the AI. Let's see. I usually prefer playing as the French. Doesn't everybody, I know. But really tempted to try out the Mongols just because I haven't played as them quite as much. No, I'm going to go with French. This is a warm-up, so I'll start with what's familiar. Alright. Honestly, that looks good. I'm not going to worry too much about the settings. But while that is loading, I am going to change some settings on my stream real quick. Just a little bit of stream maintenance. Alright. So I'll start with what's familiar. Alright. It's still loading, so honestly, that looks good. I'm not going to worry too much about the settings. Alright, there we are. That's what I'm looking for. Sorry, I'm having some trouble navigating YouTube's interface at the moment. Alright, I'm just going to focus on the game for now. And yes, I did pull up my own live stream for a moment. I was trying to find the page that I normally use to monitor my stream, but oh, hey Jimmy, how's it going? Nice to see you. Thanks for your continued support of the channel. That's awesome. Glad to see you stopping by. Let's see. I usually start off by placing a mill. Well, okay. 3 people gathering wood is a bit much. Alright, so my gold is down here, my stone is over here. Not ideal, but it should be fine. Alright, gonna take those 2 off, have them return their resources, and then I'm gonna have them build a mining camp and start mining gold. Just so that I have resources to advance to the next stage. Okay, my mouse keeps going off screen. That's not ideal. Especially since I tend to use my mouse cursor rather than the arrow keys to move the camera. But I guess I'll be using the arrow keys for now. Oh, I completely forgot to start producing villagers. Speaking of not ideal, but also not a fatal error against an intermediate AI. I should be able to recover. Alright, if I recall correctly, this is about the time I should be thinking about building a house. And I'll go ahead and send him to gather wood after he finishes building that. I need to be remembering to queue up villagers. Now, in case you're wondering, there is a reason I don't actually just queue up multiple villagers and leave it producing. And that's because that actually ties up more of your resources. So while it does ensure that you start producing the next villager as soon as possible, it also, well, it also means you're not being as efficient as you could be. Although that's definitely the case anyway right now. I mean, I haven't even sent my scout out yet, so Alright, so for now, I'm just going to scout the area around the neutral trading post and the path to it, since that has a huge impact on your strategy at, let's see. Since that has a huge impact on your strategy as a French player. But, let's see, Jimmy is asking if I play Gmod. Not really. Not so much anymore. I played it a while ago, but that wasn't really one of my, it was never really my focus as a... It is pretty cool, though. I do like adaptability or variability in my games. As you can tell, I mean, 3 live streams, and I've played Age of Darkness, Battlefront 2, and Age of Empires now. I also have videos of pretty much every type of game you could imagine. Oh, you notice the scout up here. The enemy is scouting my base. And I've completely forgotten to produce settlers. That's, again, not ideal, but I already have enough gold to advance to the feudal age, and I'm well on my way to gathering enough food, so I should be fine. So, oh, let's see, they ran out of... Alright, they ran out of wood. I'm probably going to have the 2 of them build a house, and then build a mining camp near the stone, just because this is right around the time that I usually start swapping my villagers over to stone as French. Wait, why is still trying? Oh, right, because I held shift while I placed it. Alright. This is also a pretty good time to be getting the wheelbarrow technology, and yeah, as soon as they're done there, I'll have these 2 advance me to the feudal age. Now, I always go Chamber of Commerce as the French. Probably want to put it right here. That won't really interfere with any of my other buildings. It's along the edge of the map. It is well into my base and pretty well defendable. And I should be able to send... this is a pretty small map. I honestly kind of wish I'd gone for a larger one, but it is what it is. Oh, I'll go ahead and send my sheep over here. Alright, so I am going to put a few more villagers on advancing to the next age, and I am going to swap a few of my villagers over to butchering the sheep, since that actually does provide food quite a bit faster than harvesting berries. Okay, so my opponent aged up before I did. That kind of tells you I've really slowed down this game, because I'm usually easily the first to age up in my games. But that's to be expected. I'm not used to live streaming, and I'm not really used to playing while talking just yet, so I'm losing focus a little bit. Now, you might also notice I don't currently have any workers gathering wood. Now, I have enough for another house when I'll need it, but here pretty soon I'm going to have to be thinking about building a barracks. And that's going to be 150 wood, so I need to make sure I have... Honestly, right now is probably the best time that I could build a lumber camp. I'm doing pretty well on food, so I'm probably going to go ahead and swap my spawn point. Let's see, what's the purpose of this game, you ask? Okay, so this is another RTS game. Unlike in Age of Darkness, in this one I have a definite opponent. I am trying to build up my forces as quickly as I can and take down my opponent's base before they can take down mine. Now, I don't have any significant defenses as of yet. I haven't put up any walls, I haven't... But generally speaking, I'm going to be trying to build a fortress and then defend it while building up my army to attempt to take down my opponent's base. Okay, so it looks like my base can be walled off really easily. That is always a good oh, no. Idle villagers. Definitely not always a good thing. I am going to go ahead and start with my production of traders, since that can provide you really good resource income as the French early in the game. Let's see. Alright, now... The problem... Right now, my main problem is that all of the research costs quite a bit of gold, and I kinda didn't put as many villagers as I should have on gathering gold. But that's going to be fixed by my traders here pretty quickly. Well, no. I'm going to swap all of my miners over to gold, and I am going to have my traders bring back stone. Because, to be honest, I don't usually actually build wooden walls. I just go directly for stone walls, because they can only be attacked by siege equipment, and that limits my opponent's options. So, it is a really strong strategy as the French to just build stone walls immediately, force your opponent into siege weaponry, and then just build cavalry, since the French have really strong cavalry, and use it to wipe out any siege weaponry your opponent sends after you. Oh, I need to watch. I let my town center go idle again. So, to be honest, what's the cost for the next age? I always forget. Okay, 1200 food. So I'm not quite there yet. I think I have a wolf attacking my... Okay, where's the scout? I'm gonna send my scout to help defend my trade carts. I'm gonna keep building traders just because they are an awesome source of income. And I need to keep building settlers or villagers, since this isn't actually Age of Empires 3, which I'm used to playing. Alright. It's also about time I start building my defenses. Well, okay, I can't actually afford to just yet. That's a problem. Maybe I should have, oh, perfect timing. I'll put a few villagers over into, stone mining, since the, berries are depleted. And I'm actually about to get a few, actually about to get some stone from trading. So, I will be able to wall this off real quick. In the meantime, I'll make sure I'm still producing traders. And I need to swap them over to stone so that they're bringing me back stone instead of gold. And yeah, this is a really long trade route, but honestly, that is a good thing in this game. Alright, you gotta go. Well, thanks for stopping by, Jimmy. Always great to have you. I'm glad you could make it. And as always, have a wonderful day. But, okay, so that did deny them the ability to scout this time through, though they're just going to go over here. Honestly, this mine placement turned out really well, because I'll definitely have plenty of gold to mine within my walls. Oh, and by the way, since that's the edge of the map, that does actually prevent them from getting in, despite the fact that that is an obviously incomplete wall. It's amusing, but that's just how video game maps work. Alright, so... To be honest, this is a really small map. I seriously could just wall off across the map. And, you know what? I'm gonna do exactly that. Why not? I mean, honestly, I'm just playing around today. I'm not trying to be too competitive. So I'm just gonna put a wall all the way across the map and secure my trade route. I can even include this holy site in the wall just so that the enemy can't go for a religious victory or whatever that would be. A sacred victory, I think it's called. Not entirely sure. But once again, I've forgotten... Oh! I've also forgotten to build houses. Alright, at this point I really should be transitioning to farms here pretty soon. I'm gonna go ahead and start that. Let's see. Oh, nope, 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 not a mill. Started building the wrong thing. Oh, I mean, transitioning to farms is always expensive, but that just makes it that much more expensive. Is that... Are they the only one working on that? I thought I tasked 2 of them with that. Either way. If anybody's working on it, they'll join in and help. To be honest, I think I'll pull a few of these guys off of gold mining, send them over to help. Because that makes building walls go a lot faster. Alright. Should probably also put a few more people on farms. Okay, so far things are going pretty well. Oh? I just had to say something, didn't I? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna do something kind of funny here. I don't actually have any military, but I see no reason to build any right now. So I'm just going to try and distract these guys with my scout. Okay, actually they're leaving on their own. Okay. Not a very good move by the AI, honestly, I gotta say. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that tower on the inside of that wall. I'll let it finish, just so that I have some place to retreat to and something to attack enemies should they get in my walls again before I complete them. Yeah, I'm going with a lot of unorthodox, kind of silly strategies right now, but hey, that's one of the things that makes Age of Empires fun. Alright, so now is the time that I should go ahead and pull my workers from... Okay, the Royal Institute or the Guild Hall. I think I'll go ahead and... no, I'm gonna build the Guild Hall. It's really nice later on in the game to be able to claim large amounts of food and just... oh, never mind. I guess you'll see what it's for. Or, more likely, I'll completely forget about it and just find it useful when I remember that it exists about 40 minutes later and build a large amount of cavalry with it. Which, hey, I'm fine with that. That'll mean that things worked out well. Or at least, if that happens, I'll consider it to have worked out pretty well. So now you see why I was focusing so much on trading for stone. And this, honestly, is why I consider the French overpowered. Because they have, the ability to trade for any resource. Oh, come on. That's just not right. Okay, you guys, they're not going to break the wall anytime soon, so just build a stone wall tower. That is honestly somewhat sad. So I really should continue building villagers. Even if most of my income from this point forward is going to be through trading, it's just a good habit to get into. Oh, they might actually take down that tower and leave. Oh, who am I facing? What nation are they? I completely forgot. I'd honestly laugh if I was actually facing, what are they, the Holy Roman Empire? Because if that was the case, then walling off in front of this sacred site was a really good move, because the Holy Roman Empire is really good at rushing sacred or religious victories. Alright. So at this point, I'm just going to start spamming stone wall towers. No real logic to how close or well, how close I'm going to put them to one another, but I am going to try and focus on putting them in the places they've already tried to attack. I don't know how well that tower is going to hold up against Springald, but wait, no, I didn't want to cancel that. Oh. Okay, so the X button cancels buildings. I didn't actually even mean to build it, or to click it, but I guess here we are. I'm sitting here trying to use the arrow keys to move my camera, but I guess I got caught up trying to use the AWSD keys. Oh. Alright, so they just reached the Castle Age. That's fine. Wait, how did he get in? Has he just been inside my walls? That's somewhat unfortunate if that's the case. So I am going to go ahead and put up a few more stone wall towers right here. Or actually, I'll just go ahead and have my villagers repair this segment of wall, since I'm pretty sure they can repair it faster than a battering ram can destroy it. If nothing else, I can pull a few more villagers, and that wall is definitely going to survive longer than that battering ram, so I'm not really worried about it. And then I'll call these guys over, have them start working on the towers as well, because right now my defense is really the only important thing I have to work on. Let's see. I do need to build a gate as well at some point. That might be a good idea. So, since they're already outpacing the damage that battering ram can do, I'm just gonna have him start on the tower. Alright. Now I'm gonna make sure I'm still producing traders, since that is the way I'm scaling up my economy right now. Ah. So they definitely just noticed that there are no stone wall towers on this wall. And I think the AI does actually pay attention to that. It always seems to attack segments of the wall that are left undefended. Nice. I'll go ahead and let them finish repairing that. I have a feeling these pikemen aren't going to... Oh, spearmen. So I'm facing the Chinese, huh? I think that's what that means. But I have a feeling they're not going to last too long. Definitely didn't decide to stick around. But in the meantime, I need to start placing towers elsewhere as well. And like I was saying, a gate is probably a good idea. Oh, I forgot gates are so small in this game. I'm so used to stuff like Age of Darkness and, you know, other games where gates are the size of 3 wall segments. Okay, so it looks like they gave up, so I'm not gonna lose that tower. That's definitely a good thing. Yeah, this definitely turned into more casual of a match than I expected. Nice. That scout is just gonna keep running around inside the wall until he gets killed by a town center, isn't he? I mean, I have no intention of putting up any other defensive structures in here, and I'm not really... Oh, okay, so they are constructing. I'm not really worried about putting together an army for a while yet. Yeah, you might have noticed, but I do tend to play like a turtle. And this strategy is the ultimate example of that. Oh, right, I haven't been swapping these guys over to trade for stone. Which means I have way too much gold. So I'm gonna go ahead and get as many upgrades as I can right now, since gold is the usual limiting factor for that. To be honest, I really do love games like this, where it's casual enough that you can just kind of do whatever you want. I mean, I've now made it to Age 3 without ever building an offensive unit. I have to admit, I find that somewhat amusing. Though, let's see. Once I can advance to the Imperial Age, I think I'm probably going to put a castle right here. Or rather, I'm going to put my landmark right here, just so I can defend this wall a little bit better, since I think the enemy is going to be focusing on it. Or maybe I'll put it right here, so it can defend both walls, just poorly. And then put a normal castle on each side. Oh no, I'll figure something out. In the meantime, I need to build more towers. Alright, so as soon as these guys are done with that, I'll go ahead and have them advance to the Imperial Age. Like I was saying, I think I'll compromise a little bit. I'll put it here so that it can defend this wall fairly well, but should they attack over here, it'll at least be able to do something. I think that's probably the way to go here. Sorry if I seem tired. It's because I am. I didn't really get enough sleep last night, and today was another long day at work. Starting to think they're just gonna be long days. I'll go ahead and get a few more traders, just try and bolster my stone income as much as possible. I'm going to leave this producing food, though, just because once I'm done fortifying my little area, or rather this side of the map, food is definitely going to become my limiting factor. I mean, farms just don't keep up with the production of cavalry for the French. So once again, at that point, I'm just going to have to swap my trade over to trading for food. And that should let me build quite a bit of cavalry. And yes, in case you haven't noticed, I am in fact trying to cover every segment of the wall with a tower. That tends to be a fairly effective strategy. I mean, just look at how much this attack is going to do. Oh, a trebuchet. Nice. So I'm gonna get the boiling oil upgrade since that really improves the effectiveness of this strategy. And now it's time to start building cavalry, because they have gone for heavy siege equipment. In the meantime... Okay, I really don't have my... I don't have my defenses complete. So for now, I'm just going to let their trebuchet slowly eat away at my defenses, just because you see how much time it's taking them to destroy one tower? That costs me 200 stone to replace. And I can replace that pretty easily. Alright, so there's another attack down here. I'm gonna go ahead and continue putting in towers. Again, I'm not overly worried about that tower falling. They can just keep plugging away at that. Doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, I might want to get that. And then I'll just go ahead and put a castle near these two, I guess. Or a keep, rather. No, I'll have these guys keep working on. In the meantime, I need to start upgrading my Royal Knights. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more villagers. And I'll let them keep mining gold. That's probably the most effective use of them for now. I need to keep producing traders. And this is just about the time that I need to consider swapping over to food production with my traders. Well, I also need to queue up the last few stone wall towers. Because after this, my base is pretty well fortified. I'll probably go ahead and swap these guys over to build up the defenses here. Alright. So they are in fact capturing a sacred site. That'll give them a little bit of income, but since they can't actually win via that method, I'm not too worried about it. Like I say, this is an intermediate AI, so I'm taking a very laid-back approach. To be honest, I was considering the appeal of live streaming today to be interacting with the viewers, but, oh no, it's gotten a little quiet in here. Oh well. Okay, Sarah, it will be what will be. In the meantime, I'm going after another tower. Oh, darn. This keeps up, it's gonna cost me nearly 200 stone every... what, 10 minutes? Alright, I guess I'll go ahead and get the upgrades for that. Yeah, I have plenty of stone. I'm gonna swap these people over to trade for food.
Advertance. Voici les commandements. Oyez tous. Voici les commandements.
And that should be more than enough to be producing cavalry out of quite a few more stables than I currently have. Although I do want to build a blacksmith. Oh, I have a relic in my area. Or in my little fortress. This is a little bit of a ridiculous base. But now, I think you see just how effective French trading is. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and send these people over here to mine some gold. And at this point, I should just start actually producing my cavalry. And yeah, I'm just gonna queue them up. That makes things a lot easier. Oh, okay. And I guess I've been needing houses for a while now. Ah. So they launched a somewhat more effective attack. Note that I didn't use any stronger terms than somewhat more effective. Alright, I'll go ahead and replace those two towers. Alright, so... now I'm gonna go ahead and start upgrading the armor of my units. I guess I already have... I guess I already have the melee attack upgrades. I think that's just a French... oh, let's see. Range damage of all non-siege units and buildings by +1. Well, that won't affect this because the spring ult is considered a siege weapon. Completely forgot what I was saying before, but must not have been important. Alright. I think I'm gonna go ahead and have them build a mining camp over here, just so that I have a little bit more gold income. Because now that I'm trading for food, I think gold is actually the bottleneck. Okay, so the AI reached the Intermediate Age. Well, okay. I call gold the bottleneck, but I think it's pretty obvious that wood is in this situation. Oh no! They have 2 trebuchet. How will I ever afford the repairs for this? Except it doesn't really matter because I'm sure my knights can take care of those pretty easily. Alright, so those are still just scouts. No, trebuchet took off. Interesting. Can knights catch a scout? I'd say the answer is yes. Oh, no. Trebuchet didn't take off. What was I thinking? Alright, let's see how well these guys fare against my knights. Oh! Turn the trebuchet on my knights. Not a very effective decision. But makes sense, I guess. Okay, so these camel riders are supposed to be especially effective against enemy cavalry. I guess we'll see how they stack up against French Royal Knights. I think the answer is they don't. At least not fully upgraded French Royal Knights. I think that's probably the main deciding factor here. Okay, my screen just went black again. Once again, I think my video card is acting up. Alright, well, the enemy is only going to continue to get stronger as long as I am not attacking them. So, may as well send my units out after them. So let's see. Your spawn point should have been in this area of the map. So I guess that's probably a good starting point. Oh, interesting. Oh, they have a town center here. That's an interesting concept. It's not going to last long. Oh, okay, so they're no longer mining. I'll go ahead and have them put a mining camp by this gold mine. And probably time to continue building houses. Yeah, that battle went about how I expected it to. In the end, this has been a bit of an uninteresting match. Sorry. Ow. Another town center. Once again, a fascinating strategic choice. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and send the reinforcements out to assist. And they got 7 people inside their town center to help defend, but I don't think that's really gonna help them too much. French cavalry is just a little bit overwhelming against, you know, an intermediate AI. I suppose I probably shouldn't have put anything as strongly worded as challenge in the name of this live stream. Alright, so I obviously have to go after the keep first. That's... In the meantime, probably best to pick up the ranged armor upgrade for my knights before anything else. Oh, and yeah, they have the boiling oil upgrade as well. They also only have 2 landmarks. Okay, I think that should tell me what enemy I'm dealing with. That's the Delhi Sultanate. And I probably need to pull back from this attack. And let's see. Again, sorry if this isn't fascinating gameplay, and it's not exactly high level, but Hey, I'm trying to relax, and to be honest... Oh, shoot, I should have gone for a wonder victory. Since you can actually win the game just by constructing a wonder and defending it for long enough. Okay, so I don't actually have enough wood for a siege workshop. That's unfortunate, but I can fix that fairly quickly. And yeah, I bought a bunch of extra wood just because I'm pretty sure siege units cost quite a bit of wood. And they really are the best answer to a keep. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and send some reinforcements out here to help with this tower. These guys should be able to fend off this attack, but still better than them just sitting here doing nothing. 7 idle units, okay. Alright. Yeah, cannons probably would be a pretty effective way to go against, if I remember correctly, a cannon 3 shots a keep or something ridiculous like that, right? Alright, so their counterattacks continue to be ineffective. Not really due to any unit counters on my part or any grand strategies, just my production. I'm building these knights faster than they can kill them. Bad way to say it, but that's pretty much what's happening. Alright, so I have 1 cannon done. I'm a little bit short on wood to produce another, but that's okay. Let's see. They're still scouting my base. And this guy's still just standing here. Nice. Alright. Honestly, as soon as this cannon is done, I'm probably going to go ahead and send the 2 of them over to join the knights. Just so that we can push the line up a little bit. And that'll be finishing up any second now. There we go. Whoop. Not what I meant to do. But it'll be good to give my knights a chance to heal as well. They just finished up a pretty tough battle. Need to rest up a bit. Understandable. I'll go ahead and send the reinforcements our way too. Oh! What's going on here? Ah, okay. So they now have hand cannoneers. That's a pretty good counter to my knights. They'll just tear right through them. But that's fine. I can go ahead and start building a few infantry units, and that should clear that up pretty easily. Actually, I mean, I still won that fight, but it's pretty tough to actually call that a victory. Lost way more knights than I should have there. Okay, now I have way too much food, but that's fine. That's a good problem to have. I'll probably compound that problem by collecting my resources and swapping my guild hall over to generate gold. Oh. It looks like their production has finally outpaced mine. It's only a matter of time. Wait. Who did I send to build those? And why did I decide to build them down there? Man, I am not thinking clearly today. Well, I'll let him finish up, but... Okay, that's unfortunate. I didn't want to let those guys get drawn into the enemy town. And now I have practically no knights to help protect my cannons. Oh well, it will be what it will be. I'll send what few I do have out there, and with any luck, the cannons will be just fine. Though, generally speaking, I don't tend to have any luck, but hey, we'll see. Oh. Yeah. I have luck. I have great luck. I just play like this. "12 idle villagers?" No. Okay, yeah, they're idle. Then where are the other 9? Yep, kind of figured they'd mined out that gold vein. Alright, so gonna try this again. First off, I'm going to attack these guys and hope they send some reinforcements. Or actually, I might wait for them to send their reinforcements. Oh, no, they just sent a few units out fairly recently, so I'll just go ahead and send my units in to attack their keep. That worries me a little bit, but honestly not that much. Okay, now you see, it's already down to half health. Now, I'm gonna have them do an attack move instead of just right-clicking the keep. You know, I'm gonna say that was worth it. Because I'm pretty sure I'm an idiot. And it's better that I found that out before I, No, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Sorry, guys. Have a good one. As always, have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.